What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in this video we're doing an episode of the series 100 runs. So basically, if you guys haven't watched those before, there's a link in the comment section of all the videos, the 100 runs videos. But basically, like, eventually I'm going to get to 100 runs done of every single dungeon in the game. And it's basically just to see the potential of the dungeon. Like, after doing 100 runs of certain dungeons, how much gold will I make? So in this episode, we're going to be doing Karazhan. Well, I've done 100 runs of Karazhan, so I'm going to take you guys through the route that I do, and then I will show you guys the loot that I acquired. So I'm doing this on the mock, and I do have the boots with the movement speed gem in it, and I also have Bear Tatar, which increases my movement speed whenever I kill stuff. But I like to pull a lot of mobs and kill it, like gather it all up and then kill it at the end. It's more fun. I'm not claiming it's the most efficient way of doing it. But as I've said many times before, the only thing that matters is to do a run in 6 minutes. So 10 runs, 60 minutes, that's exactly the cap. So as long as you can do it in roughly 6 minutes, it's fine. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter what class you do it. It doesn't matter what items you have. Just push the dungeon runs in less than, 6 minutes or less. And you're going to be fine. Like, if me, for instance, I enjoy pulling all the mobs and killing them all together. I think that's way more fun. And I do it in less than 6 minutes. So that's perfectly fine. While some people have like a speed set on their demon hunters and they just rush through all the mobs. They loot like 500 times in a run. But they do it faster. So that's definitely a way of doing it. But I always just want to make sure to stay within the hourly cap, so 6 minutes or less, and I'm fine. So we're not killing any bosses, obviously. We've just been walking and pulling a lot of trash. And that's obviously because you don't want to be saved. Like, you never want to be saved in this dungeon. If you're saved, you can only do one run. So we're only killing trash. And in terms of loot, like, Karazhan is definitely not the dungeon you want to do if you need to fill up the auction house. So for beginners, it's not really that great, because the thing that you're after in Karazhan is TBC recipes like Felsteel Longblade, the Felatch, the Battle Axe, the Corium Champion, like all those expensive recipes worth hundreds of thousands of gold. That's what you're after. And you guys can see that I'm not looting. That's pretty much just to tilt you guys, because in every single video I never loot when I show you guys the route. And that's because I've done 100 runs and I don't want to fuck it up. And there's been a lot of suggestions like, yeah, Studen, you can do 99 runs and you can let the run number 100 be the one that you're recording. But I'm doing these runs live on Twitch TV, like on my live stream. And I don't want to stop at like 99, right? Because I'm in the middle of the farm. So this is what it's going to have to be. There's going to be a billion epics worth millions of gold in these mobs. But it's fine. It's all good. So once you've gone and you kill the guys by the Oprah, you just jump down to Morose right here. And make sure you don't pull the boss. Like any of these guys, they're all connected to the boss. So you don't want to touch those. Just pull the mobs around the tables. Run into this room. Pull even more mobs. I like running Karazhan. I think it's a lot of fun. It just sucks that the loot table is not that good. Transfer items, they don't exist. It has to be world drop epics or blues. And like all the green items are absolutely trash. So epic world drops and recipes. So that's pretty much what you're after. So after running the circle, pulling these mobs, I usually kill these because we're going to jump down once again. So finishing off these mobs. There's these annoying mobs that cast the fucking goblin dragon gun. They're really hard to carry with you. Finish up these mobs. And then we're jumping down to pretty much where we started. Like, this is the entrance of the dungeon right here. But we still have a lot of time left. Like, I forgot to start the timer. But we're probably at like the 4-minute marker or some stuff like that. Right beneath 4 minutes. So you've got plenty of time to pull these mobs down in the basement right here too. And as you guys can see, like, pulling on a monk is no biggie whatsoever. That's why I do it on the monk, because it requires you to pull a lot of mobs in this dungeon if you're not using the kill loot, kill loot, kill loot tactic. So monk is my favorite class to do this with, but it can be done with every single class. So once I finish up these bats, I don't use any scenario to port myself in and out. We're literally so close to the the entrance of the dungeon. There's no point. You just walk out from the cellar, run out, hit the reset button, and run back in. And it's going to take you like anywhere between 35 to 60 minutes, depending on what class you do it on and how fast you do it. But that was one Karazhan run, so hopefully a lot of you guys know how to run Karazhan right now. This is, as I said, this is my route. There might be some people doing it differently, but it's hard to do it like super differently because you have so many bosses blocking other trash. So after doing 100 runs, this is what I'm left with. Not even one full bag. And as I said, the green items, they absolutely suck ass. They really do. I don't have a single green item that I would like to keep. But we have recipes, we have blues, we have epics. So let's take a look at it. Before we take a look at these specific items, I just want to note that if you have tailoring, you should keep the soul essence and the netherweave cloth, and you craft it into like bolts of netherweave, and then you use soul essence and bolt of netherweave to craft the bolt of soul cloth. They sell for, well, market value 482 gold, my realm 245. But you're gonna make a shit ton of gold just on these. They don't sell super fast, but they're always good to have up in the auction house. So items, let's take a look at the blue ones. I only kept these because they're blue. Alright, this is the amount of rare items that I got. But none of these are any good. They're not even a single one are above 1,000 gold in my realm. These ones, we have a recipe, 12,000 gold market value, but 1,000 gold in my realm. 8k market value, 200 gold in my realm. 8k, that's the same one. The epics though, this one's kind of interesting. The blink strike sells really fast. Market value of 23, and it's actually up from 23 in my realm. Then we have the singing crystal axe. I guess it's okay. It kind of looks like a staff though. But the market value is 43,000 gold, 10,000 gold in my realm. We did get the boar speed, 33,000 gold, market value 5k in my realm. We got another formula, major resilience, 10k, 200 gold in my realm. And the designs are not good. They're really not good. Like this one, 4k, sells for 1,900 in my realm, but they sell super slowly. Sell rate is horrible. More designs. We actually got a pattern though, 15k pattern, a cloak, and an epic one. Probably the worst like TBC epic recipe you can get. This belt. It sucks. It's so bad. 6k on my realm. This one sucks. This one sucks. And then probably it's not actually the best item that I received, but it's the best recipe. The pattern for the wind scale hood. Nothing special about it. Some people buy it so they can craft it and sell it for profit. Some people buy it because they want to collect every single recipe in the game. But the best item is definitely the blink strike actually. So taking a look at my add-on or my macro. Whenever I click this macro, I'm going to see the total value of everything in my bags. So we made 126,000 gold in market value of doing 100 Karazhan runs. So like 12k an hour, which is absolutely horrible because I'm going to sell these items for less than market value. So this is by far the worst results that I've received so far. Like these aren't good. And I've been doing what have I done? Shadowfang Keep, Lower Blackrock, RFK, BFD, Sulfarak, RFD. So a lot of dungeons, and this is by far the worst one. I kind of knew that though before going into it because it's just RNG. If you get lucky and you get like Fellat, Shikorium, Felsteel, like any of the good ones, it would have bumped the numbers up by like 500,000 if you're lucky enough, right? So it is a gamble, but as I said in the beginning of this video, you don't go and do Karazhan if you're in a position like starting out with gold making. You have 200 auctions, 100 auctions, even 400 or 500 auctions. You don't go and do Karazhan. Karazhan is like the tip of the iceberg. Once you've filled like your auction house with all the base transmog from like BFD and BRD and like all of those, Sulfaric even. If you have like over 1,000 transmog items, you've done some crafting of transmog, you have some battle pets, some old materials, and you're just looking for something new to farm, new and refreshing because you're getting bored of the older farms. Then you want to try your luck and you want to go into Karazhan to see if you get lucky with a recipe. And it's kind of the same with dungeons like Uldaman. You don't go and start out your gold making career by doing Uldaman because you're only going to make gold if you're lucky enough to get get like one of the super items, which you're probably not going to get at first, right? I had to do 1,400 Ultimate runs before I got my first super item, and that was a Popal Fest, sold it for 1,000,000 gold. I did get, however, like a lot of other blue items that I could sell for a decent amount of gold, but that was 1,400 runs to get my first super items. It's really hard to do it, but it's RNG. You can get it on the first run as well. But that was it for today's 100 runs episode. Hopefully you guys still enjoy him as much as I enjoy creating him, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye bye.